새로운 역사는 무엇으로부터 시작되는가? 더 빠르게 진화하는 기술, 혁신으로 기술의 한계를 뛰어넘다. What's the next? 누구도 예상치 못했던 블록체인 기술의 등장. 다양한 분야와의 융합으로 경제 패러다임을 바꾸다. 경계를 허물고 새로운 영역을 개척해 경제의 새로운 방향을 제시하다. 이것이 바로 블록체인 혁명. 블록체인 혁명, 전통 경제와 융합하다.
안녕하십니까. 바쁜 일정 중에서도 소중한 시간 내셔서 오늘 블록체인 혁명 포럼에 참석해 주신 모든 여러분들께 감사의 인사드리겠습니다. 안녕하십니까. 저는 오늘 행사의 사회를 맡은 아나운서 김나래입니다. 반갑습니다. 네, 지난해와 올해 가장 뜨거운 키워드 중 하나는 바로 비트코인이었습니다. 이 비트코인은요, 블록체인 기술이 쓰인 가장 대표적인 예인데요. 이러한 블록체인 기술은 요즘 흔히 말하는 4차 산업혁명을 이끌어갈 가장 큰 기술로 손꼽히고 있습니다. 그 발전 속도와 확산성이 정말 상상을 뛰어넘고 있는데요. 오늘 포럼은 미국과 중국 등 블록체인 기술을 선도하고 있는 이 각국의 유명 인사를 초청하여서 블록 기술의 현황과 미래를 위한 지속 발전 가능성을 알아보는 시간을 마련했습니다. 네, 사실 오늘 이 자리에 계신 분들은요, 정말 많은 지식과 정보를 알고 계실 거라고 생각이 됩니다. 하지만 오늘 소중한 시간 내주신 만큼은요, 좋은 정보 많이 가져가시기 바라겠습니다. 지금부터 블록체인 혁명 포럼을 시작하겠습니다. 본격적인 포럼에 앞서서 먼저 지브렐 네트워크의 공동 창립자이자 프로젝트 리더이신 야잔 바르쿠티 최고 경영자님을 무대로 모시겠습니다. 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다.
Thank you all for coming. We're truly humbled by the strong showing being in this lovely country, in this fantastic city, this incredible attendance, and of course our lovely speakers, of which we have thought leaders, entrepreneurs, innovators, regulators, and policymakers. So I'm sure we'll all learn a few interesting things tonight. So before we really deep dive into blockchain, smart contracts, and decentralization, and how these things are going to transform our world for the better, I'd just like to say a few words about a topic we think about at Jibrel quite a bit. When we talk blockchains, when we talk smart contracts, and the whole concept of moving towards a decentralized society, a theme that's recurring, and you probably have heard this, is blockchain, smart contracts, and as a result, decentralization facilitate trustless transactions. And what does that mean? Trustless transactions basically means that we can transact value or information or anything without necessarily having to place trust in one another. And that's a really interesting concept because trust is quite useful. And at Jibrel, it's really important for us to conceptualize the future, to better understand where this ecosystem is going and what to do with it, just so that we can stay ahead, innovate, and to feed into our R&D. So what does that mean for trust? Does that mean as we move to a trustless society, we'll no longer need trust at all? I don't think that's true. It does well to remember that when we invented the car, we didn't kill all the horses. We repurposed them. So it's clear that trust plays a strong role in the future society, just as much as it does today. So when we conceptualize this, we need to understand what is trust and what does trust bring. Well, for starters, trust is a socioeconomic development catalyst. Put simply, it encourages economic growth. It reduces the cost of transactions. It enables social cooperation and reduces friction between people. And most importantly, it increases economic activity. So we can quite clearly see trust plays a very strong role, and it will play that role tomorrow. But the most interesting thing about trust is by placing trust, we may get more. As in, trust is a self-reinforcing mechanism, not too dissimilar from blockchain. Or put more eloquently, the best way to find out if you can trust somebody is to trust them. So, considering Bitcoin's early adoption, that wouldn't have been possible without a great degree of trust from the original contributors, with their time and with their hard-earned value. The development of the Ethereum protocol wouldn't have been possible if not such a large community placed a tremendous amount of trust in the vision outlined in the original white paper. And finally, I can assure you, Jibrel's build-out wouldn't have been as seamless if we didn't have tremendous trust from the community, tremendous trust in one another as a team. So it's clear trust is here to stay, and trust is a beautiful and wonderful thing. So I won't delay too much so we can get right to it, and I hope we all learned something tonight, and I trust you'll have a good time. Thank you.
네, 야잔 바르쿠티 최고 경영자님의 말씀 잘 들었습니다. 이어서 지브렐 네트워크